we are.
Here we are what?
Right, City Gardens. Georgia, actually. We're in Georgia at this moment. We're staying in Tennessee, but we're in Georgia. Georgia's 5 minutes away from Tennessee here. Finally, after about 10 minutes of table moving and camera prepping, we're actually filming.
It takes a while, I told you before, to get these things set up. We don't have our microphones either,
It certainly does take a while.
So we're having to use the in-camera microphone
Actually, it takes quite a while. And the funny thing is that we already have had an argument up here in this beautiful enchanted forest. Because Biddy wanted to take about 40 minutes to film a babbling brook while I waited. And then all these people came, like an army of 500 people came by. And he's ready then to move on with this army of people. And I said, please, can we hold back here a few minutes so that we can leave it about 10 minutes so that we can have a gap here between all these people. And then he yelled at me. I'm like,
there are a lot of people
10 minutes? It was like, well, we've spent 15 minutes filming a waterfall.
I did not spend 15 minutes.
Yes, you
I
did.
did about 5 minutes. I was trying to get it.
That was more than that. But it's neither here nor there. The point is that when I ask for a little accommodation, I get yelled at, and that's what happened. But Rock City is very beautiful. I really like it.
It's a lovely spot.
You can see 7 states from here. They said they claim. Those 7 states are Virginia, Tennessee, North Carolina, Kentucky, Alabama, Georgia, and
South Carolina.
South Carolina. I only know that because I can see the flags.
But I don't know where. I still can't figure out where is what, though.
Well, I know that, but
Looking
they
at
do
that
have a
map
little
down
thing there, so you can kind of tell. They have like a little medallion down there. I guess it's supposed to indicate the direction of all the different states. But I would highly recommend coming here. It's definitely enchanting. And before here, we went to Ruby Falls, which was also quite nice.
It was nicer than I expected, actually.
He's not
I wasn't sure what to expect about a cave.
He's not a cave person. I am, in fact, a cave person. I'm a cave woman. I really like caves.
I wish I brought the microphones in for better sound.
Well, what you may not know, because you can't see them, is there's a tree right here by us. A beautiful tree with, I don't know, maybe 10 moon chimes in it. Which is really nice because up here on top of the mountain you get a lot of wind.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a lot of people up here, but not that many. They time it so that they only let so many people in every 15 minutes, which is nice. It gets too crowded up here. And
it's still pretty crowded, but
they have a little rope bridge, which is a little bit scary. They're fun. You have to walk through these crevices of rock, which is really neat. And they have gnomes. This is a place known for gnomes and the Rock City Birdhouse, but really it's kind of enchanting up here.
You see those Rock City birdhouses everywhere.
There is kind of a magical, I'd say magical quality.
It's nicer than I thought it would be. It's really, I thought it might be like a hokey thing, but it's not really hokey.
How do you like it?
It's actually nice. And actually just the scenery here, looking over at Chattanooga and everything is just beautiful.
You can thank the travel agent for that. Yeah, you didn't pay him anything. A free travel agent.
Remind me to bring the microphones.
I asked you if you had your fuzzy mics.
I do, they're in the car.
That's a good place for them.
Well, unfortunately, the quality of the sound isn't going to be very good on this. That's what's disappointing.
Well, that's why you should always keep your microphones with you. They're not very big. You should always have them. You never know when you're going to want to have a chat with me about something. You have a little bit of potato chip right there and the cat in the corners of your mouth. We had our breakfast this morning. Cracker Barrel. Delicious, by the way. Best pancakes. Really great pancakes. And they bring you the syrup in your own small little syrup trial size.
These chips are good.
Well, this onion dip is also very good. We were just remarking, though, the one thing about this place that's kind of funny is way up on top of the mountain, and there's a lot of, like, dangerous crevasses. And yet the little wall...
Crevasses?
Crevasse. That's a word. Look it up. There's crevice and crevasse.
I thought it was the same thing.
I don't think so. It's slightly different. Crevices are between your butt cheeks, and crevasses like between the mountain walls. Look it up. Anyway.
Really? I think it's all the same.
Oh, well, look it up. You should Google that.
I'm not sure. I think it's the same.
But what I was going to say is, it's always winding past through these treacherous areas, and there's just a little stone wall about 2 feet high that any dumb kid I can think of some dumb kids that would do it. Would climb all over it, fall off, and be either injured or killed, one of the two. But I don't know if that's ever happened, but I have to wonder. Maybe it has.
I'm sure it has. It's too low there for
We should
some kids
Google
not
it.
to have fallen.
Let's Google that later, too.
No. You can Google it yourself.
We've Googled a lot of things this trip. We found out a lot of interesting things. We found out the age of Larry David.
I just realized that we're probably having the camera on the table here. It's probably shaking every time we put it on.
You worry too much about these things.
Well, they matter.
Well, because you're a filmmaker.
Well, they matter. Boy, their chimes are really loud though.
Well, the wind's really blowing right now. But I will say it's a lovely, lovely day.
It is, man. Lovely weather.
It's probably about 60, maybe 65 degrees right now. Up here where we are.
Yeah.
Sunny, beautiful, not a cloud. Well, there are clouds.
Weather's
but
been
they're
nice the
clouds.
whole trip. It was cool, but it was
We
nice.
had no rain, no driving issues. We're staying in these cute little cabins, little tiny houses called Wahatchee Woodlands. And they're so cute.
A lot of kids here
Small,
too.
They're all out of school.
very rustic,
They must be on spring break, all these kids. There's a lot of kids out.
really charming. Well, probably spring break. Smart, you know. Probably some spring breakers up there. Their families. Well, not spring breakers, but kids on spring break. This little guy right here is getting in trouble already.
Yeah. That's an accident waiting to happen
And he
right
shouldn't
now.
be that far from his parents. If you go fall off the side of this mountain in about 2 minutes. These are good chips.
They are.
The dip is good also. I wanted to get a chicken Caesar wrap, but Benny wouldn't split one with me, so. Well, I'm kind of being
I don't
chips.
feel like a chicken Caesar wrap right now.
Healthier option than this,
Man.
I think. It's nice. Benny, what can you say about the drive that we made, our 2-day drive here from Tampa to Chattanooga? It was 11 hours. It took us much longer
It took
than that.
longer than that.
Because we made a lot of stops. But
We took a long way.
that's the way we like to go.
Some kids unhappy over there.
And Benny wasn't paying attention as my navigator.
Here we
We
go.
missed an important turn and we went 10 miles out of our way.
No, 5 miles one way, 5 miles back.
That's 10 miles out of our way. If you add 5 and about it's 10. It also put us 25 minutes behind scheduled arrival time. So, are you going to eat these? Or
Yeah, I'm eating. I am eating.
And so, he was busy texting or something and he wasn't navigating properly.
Well, the problem was that the announcer wasn't speaking, giving us the directions as usual.
He was,
Classic
he
Google.
was giving them on the screen though. He wasn't saying them.
It wasn't
audible.
saying them, but you need the audible in order to follow the directions when you're driving like that.
That's
And it
true,
wasn't-
but-
and then it started working all of a sudden after when we redid it again. Then suddenly the
Because it
vocals came back
must
on.
be haunted. Anyway, the point was though that all day the vocals have been off, and you've been watching the stream, but you neglected to watch it. It wasn't like it went off and you didn't know it was off. We knew it was off. You just weren't paying attention as the navigator to your post. He left his post as navigator, and he was looking at his phone, and so we missed an important turn. And I got pretty steamed about that. Because I was pretty tired at that point of driving.
And very unpleasant.
Well, if I had done it, it would have been much more unpleasant. I suspect.
I say this is a really beautiful backdrop, I have to say.
See, there's a little girl. She's 2 years older. Nobody's paying any attention. She's running around this area. And I'm like, Grandpa, get with it.
Well, it's a little more. Up here is more.
And he's
contained.
holding her up. You're holding her too close to that. It makes me nervous. Right there. She should not be standing on that. Remember the grandpa and the cruise
Standing
ship?
on what?
She's standing on that little thing. She should be. He's holding her
Oh,
up.
I see.
It's
Yeah.
not good. Grandpa did that on the cruise ship, remember? And out the
And dropped
window
the
she
kid out
went.
the window, that's
That
right.
happened.
How
You should
awful.
not do that.
How awful that must have been.
Well, this is like standing on a cruise ship, only it's not water below. It's rock. It's foolish. It's just foolishness. It's dangerous. It's dangerous as it can be. If I had a grandchild up here, I had my hand on him
Wow.
every second.
You can tell the wind's really blowing.
Yeah.
These chimes are probably drowning us out completely.
I don't think so.
I have a feeling that
I don't think so.
I have a feeling the sound quality is not going to be good. I have it on the surround sound, so I should have just had it on the front. But we're picking up all the sounds around us, so these chimes are loud.
Sounds like we're in church.
It is. Well, it is Palm Sunday weekend.
It is Palm Sunday. We'll be going to a family wedding here in beautiful Chattanooga.
That's why we're here. But actually, Chattanooga's a little nicer so far from what we've seen.
What's that?
Chattanooga's a little nicer than I expected from what we've seen.
I told you Chattanooga was a lovely place, and that's why you should be excited to come here because it's beautiful.
Yeah. I'm going to make something positive out of the whole thing because it's an expensive trip overall for the whole thing.
Well,
But
a nice trip.
the real excitement will begin, I believe, tomorrow night. When the family starts arriving, or Saturday. Saturday. When the rest of the family starts
Saturday night.
arriving. Although the Cobbs are going to be here tomorrow or today.
I don't know when the Cubs arrive.
Cobbs should be arriving today or tomorrow.
They're going to be busy though. They're going to be busy with, all the last minute things that always happen at wedding time. Lots of errands to be run and things to be done. There's a lot to think about. A lot of
I hope
last
we're in
minute
focus
details.
too. That's the other thing. I can't tell from here if we're in focus or not.
I'm sure we are. I haven't done
Well, I have the autofocus on, but it should be on.
it. Look at how much onion dip we have left.
It's too much onion dip for all the chips they
That's a
give
lot
you.
of onion
They
dip.
don't give you enough chips for the dip.
We don't need any more
There's
chips.
more dip than chip.
There were more than enough chips.
I don't know.
I think there's more than enough. For $4, the dip was $3. We should take this home with us because that's $1.50 worth of dip that
Yeah, you
we'd
can
be
take
leaving
it.
behind.
You can carry it
Would
on
you
back
leave
there.
$1.50 on the table?
Oh, don't knock the. I hit the table. Did you hit the table? Hit the table. Don't rock
You know what?
it.
Let me tell you something.
We're rocking the table.
This is $1.50 worth of dip. Would you just leave $1.50 of your money sitting here on the
No,
table?
I'm not taking it. If you want to take it to the rest of Rock
If
City,
I had a
that's
lid,
up
you
to
could just ask them for a lid, and I will take it because it's
Mhm.
cold enough. I can keep. We can have it with our other chips. We have we have tortilla chips and potato tortillas. Will you go to the Senate bar and ask them for a lid?
I wasn't planning on it. No,
Why are you embarrassed to do that?
no I just don't want to.
No, but let's ask that question. Why are you
It's
embarrassed?
not that I'm embarrassed. I just don't want the. I don't want the dip.
Yeah,
I don't
you
need
do.
it.
Okay, then. So if I take it home and I'm happy with your tortilla chips, you're not going to want any. Is that right?
Lord,
Because I'll say, oh no. Remember, you said you didn't want an onion dip.
I just have to be careful with the table. It didn't occur to me earlier because I noticed that before on our other recording. A couple of times we
I'm gonna
bumped
have to
into
get
the
better
table.
equipment if that's how it's going to be. I can't touch the table. Jimmy, do me a favor. Would you go
Well, I
ask
would
the
have a
lady?
tripod, but I have the tripod, a mini tripod
I
on the
understand.
table.
Would you go ask the lady for a lid for our onion dip? Would you be willing to do that, or is that too embarrassing?
When we get ready to leave, we can do that. Are you done now?
You don't like asking for things.
No, are you done now? We're done?
No, I am done. There's no more chips. I'm not just going to eat the dip. I'm not just going to sit here and eat that. That'd be weird. Plus, it wouldn't
You
be
can
that
just
good.
lick it.
No, I'm not going to lick the dip.
Gonna lick
You
it.
like the dip.
Gonna
Hey,
lick me
did
dip.
I tell you that family?
She gonna lick
That
the dip.
family right there brought their dogs. That's the first dog I've seen, and they have a big dog that you can't see. That's
There's a
laying
little
down.
dog right there.
Well, we were going to bring the dogs, but Bonaparte is still recovering
I don't think he's
from
ready to
his
walk all
terrible traumatic injury,
this. A lot of steps.
and there were a lot of stairs. And that's the thing. He could have easily done it if it was just walking.
Roy could do it fine.
Roy
Roy
would
would do it
have
fine.
had no problem at all. But Boney can't do a lot of stairs right
Look,
now.
there's Lois.
Gosh, that does look like a younger version.
Every
of
time we
Lois.
go anywhere, we run into someone that looks like Lois. It
Oh
always
my
reminds us
gosh,
of
that
Lois.
looks exactly like
It
Lois,
does.
but
Only
maybe
she's standing
the
a little
Lois
straighter.
I met, when I
More
first met Lois.
hunched over.
When I first met Lois, gosh, she does
Yeah, I
bear
told
a
you.
striking resemblance.
She's just not hunched over enough. But she got the hair and the...
She really looks
Scowl
like,
on her
oh my
face.
gosh. No, Lois doesn't have a scowl.
She does have a scowl sometimes.
No, she does.
Yes, she does.
She does not. Lois does not have a scowl.
Well, yeah, she does. She always looks kind of worried.
But
and
that
concerned.
woman does look a lot like Lois. Truly, they could be her sister. But you made me forget what I was going to say. Oh, Boney. Boney had his terrible injury in his spine, and he's still recovering. He's so much better, though. But he could not do all these stairs. It's too much for him. I knew it would be. But I'm hoping tomorrow he'll be able to do a little bit of hiking with us. We're going to take
That's
some
the plan.
hikes, some flat hikes that shouldn't have so many stairs, I hope. Because when we do stairs, somebody has to pick him up, carry him, because he can't do up or down stairs.
I'm afraid we're going to really be drowned out by these chimes. I really do. If we had the damn microphones, it would certainly...
Well, whose fault? Who left the microphones in the car? Didn't I say to you, do we have the
Well, I
microphones?
did. I brought them there in the car, but I didn't bring... I didn't
do
think
they
we were
fit
gonna...
in your pocket?
Well, they would fit.
You just belched on fumes. First of all, that just shows
Sorry about
something,
that.
doesn't it? Really, do they fit in your pocket?
Well, they're bulky, but yes.
Well, they fit. Well, then there's no
I
reason
didn't
not
think we were going to need
no.
them up here. I didn't think we were going to need
Why?
them up here. I just didn't think so.
You felt wrong.
This beer is pretty good, though. This little red beer that the
You should
bartender
all-
never heard
you
of
should
red.
all-
Killian. He said he never heard of Killian Red.
That was
He's a
funny.
bartender. He never heard of Killian
Yeah,
Red.
it's interesting. He's been a bartender for a while. He said
What?
he might need to do some beer education. He's continuing education courses on nationally.
It's a very
known-
popular beer.
nationally recognized beers. And I don't even drink beer anymore. So
Yeah, that's because I ordered when we go to the place that always carries it is El Cap's. And I always get it El Cap because it's cheap and it's in a bottle and it's delicious.
we should explain what El Cap is.
El Cap is a burger place in St. Pete.
Example of something
Oh,
should
burger
not
place.
be
Here,
in.
here's a kid in a fire pit now that's probably going to fall in a
I
moment.
was just saying it's not a good thing.
It's
Can you
not
pan
lit,
over?
at least.
Can you
No,
pan over?
no, I can't
I
pan.
wish you could pan over
have
and
to
just
move the
catch
camera
that.
to do
Just
that.
why don't you? You're a director. You
I
can
can't.
do
I have
that.
to stop and move the
Directors
camera.
move cameras all the
Yeah,
time.
they have multi-cameras too. I have
Real
one
directors
camera.
can move
I
a
have
camera.
one camera here.
Amateurs apparently cannot. I really wish you could capture that. It's a beauty. This is the same person that was holding him over the rail to get a view of the drop
I
off.
hope you're not disappointed with this way this turns out in the end, because I think the volume is going to be a problem. We'll see. And I hope
I
we're
don't. I have
focused.
every faith it'll be fun. It will have a lovely background of chimes. Here comes a young
I think
tough.
the chimes are going to be
I wish you
loud.
could see this young tough with his
He got his
cow.
wife beater shirt on already.
But here's what makes him not so much of a tough as his claws. Tough would never wear claws.
Oh, you mean Crocs? Those silly, plastic-looking, ridiculous shoes of this current.
They did one of those old lady things again. I misspoke.
Croc shoes are about the ugliest,
Like I'll
cheapest,
tell the
stupidest
story. Let
looking
me
shoes
let me tell the story
around.
because this is a story we should have on tape. Is many years ago when I was a member of the Red Hat Society. Well, I was too young to be a Red Hatter, so I was a pink hatter. But my mother was a Red
Pink
Hatter.
hat. I
My
didn't know there were
sister,
levels
my
of
sister
hats.
opened her own
Levels
little
of hats.
chapter. Yeah, well, it depends on your age. If you're under 40, you have to wear a pink hat. If you're over 50, you wear red. I was under.
I did not know that. You never
Yeah,
explained
if I
that
was
rule
under
before.
50, it's pink. So I was under 50. Everybody else in there was over 50. So my sister and my mother red hats.
Where do the purple hats come in?
There is no purple hat.
That
It's
was
wear
Purple Hat
purple. It's, you wear purple, but you wear red.
Oh, I see. Purple with a
Wear,
red
wear
hat.
purple with a red hat. That's the Pope. Because it's loud. It's garish. It's like, just be loud. You know, live your life out loud. That's the whole point of the Red Hat Society.
Well, your sister likes that body humor too, which she always
Yeah, that's
said.
what she said. But anyway, getting back to the story.
I'm
So
afraid of that.
my mother, who was at that time probably 75, maybe older, I don't know. We were going to Thomasville to see a rendition of, gosh, I can't remember the show now. The Brady Bunch show or something?
No, why would it be?
No,
that?
it wasn't the Brady Bunch show, but it had the Greg from the Brady Bunch in it. He was one
Really?
of the stars, was Greg, yes. But anyway, the other star performer in the show was Loretta Swit from MASH fame.
Loretta Swan.
How many people? No, read the story. So Loretta Swit was a famous actress back in the 70s and 80s. She was a main character, played Houlihan. Is she Houlihan?
Hot Lips Hula.
Hot
Houlihan
Hot
on
Laps
MASH.
Houlihan in MASH.
Loretta Swit.
And she was a famous actress, and she was kind
I
of
don't know about
sexy.
famous, but she was known.
She was pretty well known. But anyway, she was going to be in the show, but unfortunately, on the night we were there in Thomasville for the production, she was not there, and her understudy was there. So Mother said to the other ladies in the Red Hat Society, "Oh, I'm just so disappointed that Loretta Swat isn't going to be in it." And I'm like, "Swat?" Like, first of all, I knew my mother never watched MASH. She didn't know who Loretta
I didn't know
Swit
who
even
Loretta
was.
Swit or
Second of
or
all,
Loretta Swat, for that matter.
she made the kind of she misspoke.
Mispronunciation.
She just misspoke and said Loretta Swat in the same way that I just said. What was it I just said? Okay, so going back to what I said, Vinny had to do something with the camera. I remember what it was now. I called his shoes clogs.
That means we must have recorded already.
I called his shoes clogs instead of Crocs. He's wearing Crocs, and
They're,
no tough guy would ever wear Crocs.
well, they're silly looking shoes anyway.
They're very beloved. They're beloved shoes. People love to wear them. Because you've never worn them, but they are comfortable.
Why would I?
You never
Plastic
would.
shoes.
Let me tell you,
Plastic.
first of
Some
all,
of them are fur lined.
First of all, it
Some of
goes
them
without
stink.
saying.
People wear them in their
But wait a
fur
minute.
lined, stinky
It
crop,
goes
plastic
without.
lined
It goes
shoes.
without saying. You would
Ridiculous.
never.
No.
One thing I know for sure about you is you will never, ever put on a pair of Crocs.
No
Never
Crocs
gonna
for
happen.
me. No
Never gonna
clogs
happen.
for me.
I would
No,
wear them.
no men's
In fact, I own a
ridiculous
pair.
sandals.
I own
Sandals
Crocs.
with socks.
Can I just say something? I own a pair of Croc brand shoes, but they're lovely wedge sandals. I don't own any of the classic Crocs, but I would wear them.
The Crocs
I would
with
wear
holes
them.
in them.
I would wear them. I would wear
They're
them.
silly. They're ridiculous.
But I would wear them.
They're plastic.
I wouldn't wear them willingly. I wouldn't go out and willingly buy a pair. But if someone
People use
gave
them
me
in
a
the
pair, I
garden
would
and
wear 'em.
stuff, I suppose.
Yeah, I would wear them for working in the yard.
For that might make sense.
That'd be about
For
it.
hosing them off, but other than that, they're worthless.
No, I'm not a big fan of the look, especially for women. It's not a good look. Makes your foot look wide, your legs look short and wide.
It just
Doesn't-
looks
it
like
does
you
not
just
even-
gave up.
They
You just
don't-
gave up. I'm just putting these. It's like putting on
We
a
always get back.
sweatsuit.
Why do we
putting on
always
some
get back to
Crocs.
this? In
I
our
just
wine
gave
chat, we
up.
talk about people who don't put in an effort.
Yeah,
But-
that's what it is. People don't put in
Well,
effort.
but more for me, it's more. There's some things that do not elongate you that you should not wear. If you're short, you should never wear pedal pushers. Never wear. Never wear
I
pedal
don't even know
pushers.
what pedal pushers are.
Do not wear two blocks of color, like a red shirt with a black pant when you're short. It cuts you in half. Keep it all one color, make it monochromatic. These are tricks and tips for looking tall.
I hope this recording came out worth a damn. because
I'm sure it did. Oh, there's another little dog.
I'm really disturbed about the lack that I don't have a
Oh my
microphone.
gosh, he's a tiny little doggy. Look at that little dog.
She probably had to carry him halfway
Is he a
through.
puppy?
No, but I think she had to carry him most of the way. I'm
Oh,
sure
he
she
looks
did.
like a little Roy. Do you see?
Not really.
He looks like a little Roy. Yes, he does. He looks like a tiny
He
little.
looks like a little. He's a little. What do you call it?
What? A Chihuahua? Long-haired
No,
Chihuahua?
no. Looks like a
He looks like a little.
Pomeranian style
No,
type of
that's
thing
not a
like that. What do you
Pomeranian.
call those things?
Betty, you do not know
What are
your
those
dog.
things that Mike Knowles used to
Sweetie,
have?
no. Yorkshire Terrier.
Yeah,
That
it looks like
no,
something like that.
it does not.
Yes, it does.
It does not.
It does.
I'm going to ask that lady what kind of dog that is. First of all, it might be a toy spaniel. It's possible.
No.
Yes, it is not a Pomeranian or a Yorkshire Terrier. It's nothing like that. It's tricolor. It has long ears like a spaniel. It's very small. It has a tail like Roy. It looks like a Roy miniature. I need to find out from her what kind
All
of
right.
dog it is.
Well, let's get the cat for
Wish
this.
we
It's
could get
time
the
for
dog
us
to
to
come
move
over. I wish
on.
we could get this dog.
It's time to move on to the next
Look at
thing.
he looks just like Roy, only tiny. Oh my God! I'm gonna go ask her.
Let's sign off for now.
I'm gonna
We're
ask what kind of dog it is, and I'll come
We're
back
gonna
and
go.
tell
We're
you.
leaving.
No, just
We're
stay,
leaving.
You stay
We're
by
leaving.
yourself. Stay by yourself.
It's over.
Okay, I went down and
And
inquired.
I turned it back on because I want this. I want everyone to know that I was correct because I could hear from here when the woman told her what kind of dog it was, which I said earlier what it was. So go ahead. What kind of dog is it again?
It is a mix. It's a
It's a mix, but what is it primarily?
not primarily.
No, what does she
half.
call it? She called it.
Halfy, half Yorkshire Terrier,
Mhm.
and half
Mhm.
Shih Tzu.
Aha.
So you were half right.
Well, that's all that matters. I knew it. I was right. I knew it.
It's an adorable
one of
little
those
dog.
silly little dogs.
Just so you know, it's 3 years old, and it's tiny. It probably weighs
Yes, it
3
looks
pounds.
like one of those dogs Mike Knowles used to have, which is a little Yorkshire Terrier.
It
thing.
doesn't look at all like a
It
Yorkshire
does,
Terrier. It looks
it
more
does.
like a little tiny
I can
Roy.
tell from here it looks like a Yorkshire
No,
Terrier.
it doesn't. You don't know what a Yorkshire Terrier looks
Yeah,
like. Terrier.
I was right, wasn't I?
Yeah, but it's not a Yorkshire. Only in terms of size does it look like a Yorkshire.
Don't touch the
Terrier.
table.
Oh Lord, here we go again. Okay, go. Are you gonna go get the cap? and
All right,
then
we're
turn this
done.
off?
We're turning it off.
Goodbye.
You can't Very nice. Very nice. Talk to me about what you think about this waterfall.
You take too long to take pictures.
Oh, Lover's Leap. No, I'm filming now, so just
Oh, you're
talk.
filming now? Okay. Yeah, beautiful. Let's go. People want to get a picture.
Isn't this beautiful? Stunning. Yes, go ahead. Very nice.
You get it?
Very, yes, I'm recording it.
I want you to get a picture.
Oh, you want me to get a picture? Okay, let's get a picture too.